When it comes to the NFL, no position defines a team more than the quarterback. They're the heartbeat of every offense, the leaders in the locker room, and the faces of entire franchises. So today, we're ranking my top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, based on what they've done, what they're doing, and what they're still capable of. We'll also throw in a few honorable mentions, guys who just missed the cut, but still deserve their flowers. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Before we dive into the top 10, let's give a quick shout out to 3 names who are knocking on the door. First, Jared Goff. Goff has quietly been one of the most efficient quarterbacks in football since joining Detroit. He helped lead the Lions to their first playoff win in over 3 decades, and his ability to operate the Lions' offense has been elite. The only knock? He's still got to prove he can win big games consistently and elevate his team when needed, especially on the road. Second, Dak Prescott. Dak's coming off a season where he missed half of the year due to injury, and his stats were lackluster at best when healthy. He seems to be firing on all cylinders this season, but will it last? He has been very successful throughout his career in the regular season, although the question still lingers. Can Dak get it done in January? Until he proves it on the postseason stage, he's just outside the top 10. Lastly, Brock Purdy. Say what you want about system QBs, Purdy's numbers are real. He led the entire NFL in passer rating 2 seasons ago, and he's executing Kyle Shanahan's scheme at a high level. But he's still developing as a creator under pressure. And some still wonder what he'd look like without the loaded roster and excellent scheme the 49ers have had during his tenure. Now let's get into it. The top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. Number 10, Baker Mayfield. Say what you want about Baker, but the comeback story is real. After bouncing around from team to team, he found a home in Tampa Bay, throwing over 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns last season, and leading the Bucs to the playoffs and another division title. He's always had the swagger and the chip on his shoulder. Now he's pairing it with leadership and poise. The next step? Consistency. Baker needs to show he can sustain high-level play year after year, not just flash it in spurts. But right now, he's earned his spot in the top 10. Number 9, Jordan Love. Year 1 as a full-time starter, Jordan Love delivered. After a rocky start, he exploded down the stretch, tossing 32 touchdowns and leading Green Bay to an upset playoff win against the Cowboys. While this past season was somewhat of a down year due to injuries and inconsistency, he still has flashed limitless potential while guiding the youngest team in the league to another trip to the playoffs. His arm talent, poise under pressure, and command of Matt LaFleur's system are all trending up. The challenge? Consistency. We've seen flashes of brilliance. Now it's about sustaining that elite level, especially in divisional matchups. But if his trajectory holds, Jordan Love could crack the top 5 sooner than people think. Number 8, Jalen Hurts. Just 2 years ago, Hurts was the MVP runner-up and the driving force behind a Super Bowl run. Now coming off of another run and coming away with a Super Bowl victory, as well as a Super Bowl MVP trophy, his stature in the league is sealed. His dual threat ability, 33 rushing touchdowns over the past 2+ seasons and counting, makes him one of the toughest players to game plan against. Although I do think he is limited to a degree with his passing ability, his poise and leadership as well as his winning ways are second to none. To climb higher, Hurts needs to bounce back with more efficiency in the passing game and prove that Philly's offense still runs through him. Number 7, Jayden Daniels. Yes, it's early, but Jayden Daniels is already looking like the next superstar. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner has brought his explosiveness to the NFL, flashing elite pocket presence and mobility. Throughout his first NFL season, Daniels was accurate, decisive, and fearless, already putting up strong passing numbers and rushing highlights. The ceiling is through the roof, but he still needs time. Once he builds a bigger sample size and handles NFL defenses adjusting to him, he could skyrocket even higher on this list. Number 6, Matthew Stafford. Never count out Matthew Stafford. Even after battling injuries and getting up there in age, he remains one of the most talented pure passers in the league. He's still got that gunslinger mentality and one of the best arms in football. The downside? Durability. Stafford's taken a lot of hits and staying healthy for a full season has been a challenge. But when he's on the field, he's absolutely still a top 10 guy. Number 5. Justin Herbert. Herbert is a stat machine. He's already thrown for over 22,000 yards and 140 touchdowns in his young career. Numbers that stack up with some of the best ever at his age. His arm strength, accuracy, and poise under pressure are elite. He has limitless potential and every measurable you could want from your quarterback. But what's holding him back? Team success. Herbert has just 2 playoff appearances and has looked shaky to downright horrible in both. He is still looking for his first signature postseason win. The tools are all there. He just needs the supporting cast and stability Jim Harbaugh has now brought to translate talent into deep playoff runs. Number 4. Joe Burrow. When healthy, Joe Burrow is as cold-blooded as it gets. He's already taken Cincinnati to a Super Bowl, owns one of the best completion percentages in the league, and reads defenses like a veteran chess master. His processing and anticipation is unmatched. The issue? Injuries. A calf here, a wrist there, even a toe is in the mix. They've slowed down his momentum. He currently is out for essentially the whole season due to a grade 3 turf toe. If Burrow can stay healthy and get back to form next season, he's right in that elite tier with anyone. The question is if the Bengals can finally get him solid protection in the offseason, and that's a big if. They have definitely let him down. Number 3, Lamar Jackson, fresh off a MVP runner-up season. Lamar has proven time and time again throughout his career that he's not just a runner, he's a complete quarterback. He led the Ravens to the playoffs once again last year, and has put up video game numbers throughout his tenure as a starter. As a 2-time MVP, he could go down as one of the all-time greats. The one critique? Postseason production. Lamar's playoff numbers still trail his regular season dominance, and that's the next box to check. He as well as his team have faltered on the big stage. But right now, Lamar's dynamic ability to destroy defenses both through the air and on the ground makes him the 3rd best QB in football. Number 2. Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a one-man wrecking crew. In 2024, he accounted for 40 total touchdowns, leading the Bills with both his passing and rushing ability yet again. He took home his first MVP award last season, and it seems more may be on the horizon. His combination of size, arm strength, and mobility is unmatched. He's got multiple 4,000-yard seasons, multiple playoff wins, and is always in the MVP race. But Allen's Achilles heel? The mountain that is Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. He has yet to topple them in postseason action, and until he does, he may never be able to get over the hump. Still, there's no denying his talent. He's one of the most dangerous players in football every single Sunday. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. And at number 1, who else could it be? Patrick Mahomes is the standard 2-time MVP. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl MVP 3 times. He's rewriting the record books before he even turns 30. Even in what many called a down year, he still threw for 3,900 yards and 26 touchdowns, while being a huge rushing threat on the ground. He once again guided the Chiefs to another Super Bowl appearance, although they fell short in the end. The only question left is, how many rings will he end up with? He's not just the best quarterback in the league. He's building a case to be one of, if not, the greatest of all time. So there you have it. My top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Did I get it right? Who's too high? Who's too low? And who's knocking on the door of the top 10? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, follow, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next ranking. Until next time, this has been Stealth Sports Network, and we'll see you in the next one.